Yo guys, it's Captain X here, back with a new video. So, I am currently now out of school. Well, I'm pretty sure everyone been out of school because of this, let's say, disease called the coronavirus. And it really has been putting people out of work. There's no food on the shelves. People getting down in the shelters. Man, they're gonna make it seem like a zombie apocalypse. Man, I mean, it mostly, from what I hear, the news, it's not as bad as it seems, but thousands of people are dying because this started in Wuhan, China. But that's not really important right now. Just please, guys, make sure to stay safe, stay healthy, and continue to be awesome. So in today's video, I am going to be talking to you guys about problems that you will come to having with game consoles. Well, with gaming, there are always issues in the matter. And when I say issues, I mean really big issues. Such as cleavage. Yeah, let's say cleavage. In that matter, let me show you something really aggravating that's going to get on your nerves really terribly. Okay, come on. This should be working. What the heck? It's not working. Come on, turn on, you stupid thing. I swear this technology. Come on. Are you serious? Now this don't want to work. Why am I getting ads for Grand Theft Auto Online for Xbox One? Man, this game is glitched out. Okay, so now you understand what I'm talking about. It's time to show you an actual video of this exact same issue. Like, come on, why? It just really makes us feel uncomfortable. Like, if you're a person that plays on your Xbox, PlayStation 4, or PC, you may always run into a problem. And this always makes you get triggered. I don't know why. Especially with all the stuff going on. I mean, you're going to need something to do. It's not like anyone's just going to stay in the house and literally do nothing the whole time. So, it's time for me to show you guys an example right now. Alright guys, huge shout out to Gameranx, and I'll be leaving his link in the description below if you want to check him out. So, here is the video. Problems that gamers may have.
Gamers will always have problems, but thankfully some of them eventually go away. I'm Falcon, and today on Gameranx, here's 10 gamer problems that have become extinct. Number 10. No autosaves. Oh, this is a real one, might I say. We're starting right off with the real stuff. Okay, so the point of games is immersion, right? So the more immersed you are, the less you are thinking about important things like saving. So even if you could save in literally any spot, which by the way the games of yesteryear often did not allow, instead opting for a more specific save point system, you didn't always remember to. Once autosaves happened though, the amount of I didn't save has gone down significantly.
Now guys, I don't know about you, but this happened to me plenty of times. Especially if you're a kind of person that plays Grand Theft Auto, Halo, or even Red Dead Redemption. This will most likely happen to you. And it really sucks losing all your progress. So I can actually relate to him on this.
Almost all the time I have a means to fall back, even when I wasn't thinking of saving, because you know what? The game is. At certain points or intervals, it's just like, alright, here you go. Number 9, losing internet connection when the phone rings.
Please. Now, I can also relate with him to this, because just recently, when I was chilling, playing Grand Theft Auto on my Xbox One online, I was doing some CEO work, and then all of a sudden, it said I lost connection to my Xbox Live. Well, not because of a phone, but naturally, because I mean that gets really annoying, and then you'll have to load. Excuse me. I'll have to load right back into a new lobby, which it really does suck. So yeah, I can also relate with that as well.
Remember back when you had online games and you were
Mm-hmm.
like, online games are the best thing that has ever happened? How did this come about? I can play with other people that are just anywhere? This is amazing! But the old internet required a phone line. And if you were anything like anybody in the 90s, your parents were like, we need to get call waiting. And whenever anybody called on the call waiting, the little click sound that it would make would disconnect the internet connection.
Well, I don't know about that one for sure. Well, if you have that type of phone, let me know in the chat down below. Well, you know what I mean. But to be really honest, I don't really have a home telephone line. I only have Spectrum internet, so that doesn't really happen to me like that. But I can say that if it really does happen to you, then this is why it happens.
Giving the person who was calling the ability to interrupt your game. Yeah, I'm sure whatever important thing they had to say over the telephone was definitely important enough to kick me off of Phantasy Star Online. Yeah, no, it wasn't. Number 8, dealing with a mechanical mouse. Okay, so you know how mice use lasers now? You literally never find one with the ball in them? Yeah, it used to only be the...
Well, there's one thing I do want to say about this. This will be a problem for a person that plays digital games or actual copy games on PC. And I wouldn't say it can really happen to a person that plays on either their Xbox One or PlayStation 4, or vice versa, Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3. I wouldn't say so, but this will most likely happen to a PC user. That is all I want to say.
Ball. There used to never be lasers in mice. And those things got so dirty, you'd never think that they could collect the amount of dirt that they did. Especially seeing mice now, which collect no dirt, but they would accumulate dirt, and they would stop working because the dirt would get all over the wheels inside. And then you'd have a little hump to get over, which would generally be fine for your normal spreadsheet-oriented activities, but Doom? But Quake? Oh no. You would hit that spot where you need to go just a little bit further as you were aiming, and then you'd go all the way over the little hump thing, and it'd be too far. Damn good thing this got resolved before games like Overwatch existed, because that would be a nightmare. Number 7. Winners don't do drugs PSAs. Considering drugs can mean anything nowadays, it could mean legal things, it could mean illegal things. It's really very non-specific. They don't put that in front of a lot of stuff now. But in arcades in the 90s, people thought, you know what? If we get between people and the game that they're trying to play with a screen, oh yeah, winners actually just beat the game. In the context of a game, it doesn't matter if you did drugs or not. In fact,
Well, to be frankly honest, I don't really understand what he means when he says this. My best assumption I could give you is that what he means when you win, don't actually do this in real life. I'm not sure. If you know what it means, please tell me in the comment section down below. And I just remembered, because I really don't understand what this means. But that's my best assumption if nobody really knows.
some esports competitions, they're having to ban people from using drugs that help them win too much. So winners don't do drugs? I don't know. Winners maybe don't get caught doing drugs. Just to clarify, that was not an endorsement of drugs. Number 6, games without a password or save function, like Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers, game where you just literally had to beat it. You know why Mega Man worked?
Okay, guys, this is sort of the same thing from what he said from either number 10, 9, or 8. But basically not being able to save and losing all your progress. Like, if you're... I don't know really about PCs, but I do know console players, if you're playing on your Xbox One or PlayStation 4, vice versa, old gen consoles, your console would get hot and then it will either freeze up or make some weird sound. And sometimes it might bring a message up saying that your game has stopped, which happened to me and plenty of others multiple times. So yeah, a saving function is really important, and that is all I want to say.
Because it had a password function. You could be like, alright, I've got these powers. I'm going to continue this on another day. Thank you. You know how Mega Man actually could have been the absolute worst? If there was no way to continue the game later. And like I said, there were a lot of games that were like this. This was, I think, one of the big functions that kept video games from being considered anything more than a toy for quite a while, because if nothing you did was meaningful, if it never saved what you were doing and allowed you to continue it, how could you inject that much meaning? Or you can remove the philosophical underpinnings from this and be like, yeah, it was the most annoying thing ever. Either way, it's completely valid. Number 5, playing a Game Boy or a handheld game on road trips before backlighting became standard on screens. Oh, that was a nightmare because...
Okay, I can kind of get at this, but not really. To be frankly honest, guys, I never really played handheld consoles. Like, I never played a Game Boy or a Nintendo Switch. Well, which is currently one of the newest handheld consoles out. I never really played any of those, but I do know people that does play on them. I know people who did play on them. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with like the Super Nintendo, I think. Nintendo 3DS, the Nintendo 2DS, all handheld consoles that you could take with you. But I never really familiarized my way with that, if that's even a word. So yeah.
Let's just go ahead and say it. Driving is terrible. If you're like a kid on a road trip going somewhere that takes several hours, it is torture. You know how your phone gets lighter when you're outside? It's to compensate for all the light that's going straight at your phone. You don't even need an explanation for why it has a light on at night, because otherwise you literally couldn't see it. And that's how handhelds work. Number 4, a missing cartridge in a series or a missing disc in a 3 or 4 disc game. Okay, so, you know how as soon as audio and video...
Okay, I'm pretty sure you understand what this is, so I don't have to explain it. Okay, let's get back to the grind.
I'm talking like worse than the time you didn't get the thing you wanted for Christmas. Devastating. Number 2, having to find cheat codes from a book or a magazine.
Now this, I can definitely relate to, because I actually have a friend who actually have a giant cheat code book that he probably bought from, I don't know, maybe 2008, having all the cheat codes for PlayStation 2 and 3. Well, actually not 3, because 3 came out in 2013, but for PlayStation 2, all the games that came out for it. And I gotta be honest, when I'm bored playing Grand Theft Auto 5 on one of my consoles, of course I might use the Google search engine to search up cheat codes for it, because why not? Using cheat codes makes the game more funner. Well, of course, I don't really know if there's, well, cheat codes for other consoles such as Nintendo Switch or anything of that nature, of any handheld consoles. I don't really know, but I bet you there is. I'll research it probably later. So yeah.
Like, remember books and magazines? Those things that you would have to go to the store and buy? And either your cheat codes you got from your friends who knew them already and were like, did you know you could do this? Or you got them out of a book that you went to the store and you bought, which sucked. Like, I know somebody out there has got to be wistful for, like, I remember back in the day when you had to look up all your cheat codes and all that stuff. And it's like, no, you know what? I definitely prefer today. I really like typing in the name of the game and cheat code into a little line and pressing a button and immediately getting those cheat codes.
Hey guys, I swear to you, well, even though I don't really do that, this is exactly what I do. Except it will probably be a different game. Let me show you.
Like, the worst thing was if you bought...
Okay guys, alright. Alright, Grand Theft Auto cheat codes. And here's what you get. Told ya. Told ya, told ya, told ya.
For cheats, and you're like, I know it's gonna have something good for this game, and then the cheats are like, big head mode. Hey, all that.
Guys, I'm sorry I keep on stopping the video, but I actually own this game for my Xbox 360, and yes, I can do that. It is really weird.
Heads are big now. Alright! And finally, number 1. Remember how I talked about games that don't have saves? I talked a little bit, just a tiny bit, about the various...
I can't believe it. He literally talked about saving 3 times already. What did this gotta be about?
Things that you might have to do in order to maintain a saveless game, and one of them was keep the console on. Yeah, let's just talk about that specifically for a second.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Well, for some games, such as, I don't know if you play on, if you played on a Sega Genesis, Atari, I don't know, Nintendo 64, if you got really far in the game and there weren't no saves, you'll have to keep your console or handheld device on all night long in order to get back to it and get to a save point if it had any, which was really, I don't know how to put this, let's just say stressful, because you never knew if the console would have froze up or burnt out or something. Yeah, something of that sort.
Yeah, you can do that now, and after 10 minutes of inactivity, the things go into...
Exactly.
Spend mode. They don't waste any electricity. The chance of the game itself crashing seems to be much lower than if you just left it on. And generally leaving stuff, just letting it be, not really that big of a deal anymore. But it didn't used to be that way. It used to be you could leave a game on. Hey, we gotta go grocery shopping, you're coming with us. Okay, thanks Mom and Dad, but I'm kinda in the middle of something. No, you gotta come with us. And then 3 hours later you come back, and the officially licensed Noid game has frozen. That's all my progress. I'll never know how the Noid game ends. What happens to the pizza? Thanks, Mom and Dad. I don't care that we went and bought real pizza. I wanted to know what was going to happen to the virtual pizza that I was attempting to steal in the officially licensed Noid game. But it's not like that anymore. And thankfully, none of these things exist anymore. If anybody tries to make games where they do this stuff as like an attempt at nostalgia, just think twice and don't, okay? Let's meet in the comments, what was the worst out of these? Do you even remember this?
Okay, guys. And that is it. Please subscribe and, subscribe to Gamerant. And, I'll put his link in the description. So, thanks, Gamerant.
If not, feel free to...
Guys, thanks for watching the video. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and please check out Gamerant in the link in the description below, and if you do, please make sure to subscribe to him. And if you want to, well, this is just recently, but if you want to play with me, there's my Gamertag for Xbox One. I have 2 different ones, and I will bring my Xbox Live on soon for Xbox 360 if old gen players want to play, and that will be my gamer tag for that. And and I'm also doing this new thing called a recommended YouTuber of the week. What you must do is, it's pretty simple, and it's actually a little fun little way to actually know new people. It's technically like a recommendation, and I also put their link in the description because either I watch them or I think they might be good in general. It's not something you have to do, it's just if you're curious. So today's YouTuber of the week will be, drumroll please, ta-da! That is the YouTuber of the week, and all these YouTubers I actually do watch. So, that is all I gotta say, and I'll see you next time in a new video, which is coming pretty soon. Goodbye. Well, you still here? Like, come on. Goodbye.